Hello, Internet. Today's topic is how to search for an intellectual property that you want to work with. There's a lot of different criteria that go into this, and it's sometimes hard to make the choice. I am but one of many, many, many intellectual property attorneys. You don't have to pick me. You may not pick anybody. But in choosing who you want to work with, there is one tool that most people really neglect, and it's easy and it's free and it's relatively fast. Go look and see what other patents that person has gotten allowed. Go look and see what other trademarks that person has gotten registered. I'm going to show you how to do that now.
Let's start this experiment by looking and seeing what trademarks have been filed by a specific attorney. So we'll do that by doing a search, and then we will search the trademark database, TESS, and we will use the second option, structured search. In here we will select the attorney field, attorney of record, and in here we will enter a search string, a specially designed search string, which I will parse now for you. My name is Chris Tanner. So we are searching on attorneys AT with the designation where their name field has Chris adjacent by one word from the name, the word Tanner. And we will submit. And it worked. So as you want to see what kind of counsel that you're thinking about working with, look at the other trademarks that counsel has filed. See what you think of the filing style. See what you think of the writing style. Here's one. One of the things you need to look at is, well, in some cases it can be the identification of goods and services, or the type of specimens they submit, and these can all be found through the use of TSDR, trademark, and I know the DR is document retrieval. For some reason I'm forgetting the S. It'll come to me later. Okay, that takes care of how you can preview whatever trademark counsel you're thinking about hiring. Go look at other marks he's done. Another reason to do it is look at the other clients the person has. In my case, these are not highly recognizable, highly visible clients that are national companies that are well known and that you've heard of. There's some barbershops in here, and there's some automotive polishes and other types of mechanisms. This is for a mechanism of paving stones coatings. These are not large entities, and most of these are Florida-based, although there are some international. But in deciding whether you want to work with somebody, look who else's clients are, and do you feel comfortable being part of that group? Now let's do the same thing for patents. Rather than search trademark database, now we're going to search the patent database. Search for patents. And we'll just start by searching for issued patents rather than searching on published applications here. Let's just confine our search to issued patents. Again, you can use this for the purpose of figuring out whether this is the type of counsel you want to work with or not. So we want attorney, sorry about the wait, folks. And one of the things we'll do here is show you a trick where you're not sure if they're going by Bob or Robert or something like that. In this case, I'll use my name and we'll do a search. Here are the 11. I've done a lot more than 11 patents issued. I sometimes get as many as 3 or 4 issued in any given month. And I've been practicing with my own law firm since I came back from Japan, and it's been about 6 years. So I have a lot more than 11 patents issued, but due to how the patent office organized the search database, and they didn't care for my ESQ, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to find me. But even with 11 patents, if you find an attorney that's done 11 patents, go take a look at a couple of them. This one's for a type of ammunition. Let's just look at the drawings. Everyone should want to do this. See here, it has Chris Tanner, comma, ESQ. How unfortunate. The period may be throwing them off, I'm not sure, or the comma, I'm not sure which one. But let's make this easier. let's search on another individual who I know has a plethora of patents. This is an individual no longer practicing. His last name is Kananen, and then we can use a hyphen to connect to the first name because we're not sure whether he would go by Ron or Ronald. We can search with a $ to represent wildcard. And this person has oodles of patents. He's been practicing a long time. He's no longer in practice. Let's just look at a couple of these though. His designation is with a law firm called Rader Fishman and Grauer, and then they include his last name with a semicolon and the first name. Anyway, the point is that you can see what other patents the person that we are talking about got issued. And that way you can read those patents, see who the clients are. That's a lot more work and I won't bother explaining here. In this case, yeah, you can tell the assignee is Sony Corporation. And see if that's the type of people and clientele that you want to be represented by. Even if you've never heard of the client, read the disclosure and see what it looks like. So that's how to use the search engine to find appropriate, suitable counsel.
Hope you found that helpful. The reason I brought this up is because it's hard making a choice about good service providers. It's hard deciding who you want to work with, whether their rates are effective and fair and really give you effective, good return on your investment, especially for inventors and small businesses with limited capital. It can be really difficult. One of the ways you can get good objective information, nobody's selling you anything, is to go see what other patents they've gotten allowed. Go see what other trademarks they've gotten registered. Search on these yourselves. Look at the writing style. If you really want to geek out, you can go look and see the responses they made and how it is that they responded to the trademark office or the patent office to see their writing style. To me, if I was making this choice, this is what I would want to see. Now, true, for a younger attorney who hasn't had a lot of chance to be in the marketplace, knowing that these intellectual property instruments, patents, trademarks, copyrights, they take a while. He may or she may not have a portfolio of ones that you can look at. But most attorneys that have been in practice 3 or 4 more years have enough that you can see, show me some stuff you've written, or you don't even have to ask them to show it to you. You can go find it yourself. And you can get an idea if you like their writing style or not. That's more important than how they are personally to you. What you really need to see is, do they do the effective kind of disclosures that you think are a way your disclosure you would like it to look. That should be a criteria. But instead, people make decisions on service provider for some of the oddest criteria. Well, he was referred to me by this other guy, and it seemed like the other guy liked him. Yeah, that worked real well for Bernie Madoff. A lot of people referred Bernie Madoff to other people, but that doesn't mean he was any good. Word of mouth and referrals made on a casual basis, it's better for you to look behind that a little bit. Search out your counsel over other service providers. See examples of their work. If they're going to do coding and websites for you, look on GitHub. Go look at some of the other examples of their product offerings and things that they have successfully completed. Also, of course, either with attorneys or web providers or anything, look and see how many times they've gotten sued. And this has never been easier now with most public records, and at least appeal court level in all 50 states. All of this should be available to you. Has the attorney ever gone bankrupt? Has the web service provider ever gone bankrupt? Have they been sued? What was the results of the lawsuits? These are all things you can look yourself. Getting referrals and references, I don't think that works as well. People make referrals without really realizing the extent of what you're relying on in the handoff, in the referral. There's other better ways you can do diligence and make sure you're getting the provider that you want. Please let me know what other topics I can give out for you, what other topics I can cover. Please hit me up and say, I want you to also discuss this other issue. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.